Hey guys, welcome to J Plays. I am Iceman, and welcome to my latest devblog on Nanatama Chronicle of Dungeon Maker, or as I like to call it, Dungeon Maker 3 for the Sony PSP. It has been less days since the previous update. Normally it takes me about 2 weeks to translate the content of one floor, but the 12th? The 12th floor had much less in the way of content. It had no quests attached to it, so it was mainly just items and monster spawns and stuff like that that were translated, as well as a couple of achievements, with one new room, which I'll get onto telling you about towards the end. Okay, so for this one, we have from days number 84 to 89, so 5 in-game days. Alright, so starting with day number 84, no conversations in the morning. The only item that was translated as far as the dungeon is concerned is the granite stone slab. Now, if you watch the previous video, that relates to a quest that Guido gives you. And I showed you in that video of precisely where to find said item. So when you get that, you get a quick conversation with Feel, which has been translated, and you get the granite stone slab. Then I went back to town straight away after that, and there was a conversation with Guido that was translated for the next stage in that quest. And that did it for day number 84. For 85, the final stage of that quest, where he makes an item called the Granite Club, which has been translated. That bit's been done. So Granite Club, I'm using it now right now. That is this one. Very nice stats on that item. Very good stun ability and just good damage overall. So pretty damn good. As far as and that was it for town. In the dungeon, the only thing that was translated was an item called the Flame Wand. So Flame Wand is this one here, and that drops from the sorcerer on the mystery dungeon 11F. So if you go there, he may drop it. You never know. But I got that from him. And that did it for day number 85. As you see, we're speeding through the days. Alright, day 86. The only item that was translated... Well, there was no conversations in the morning. In the dungeon, the only item that was translated was Silver Helm, which you can find... Actually, I've got that equipped right now. So that is... this one here, Silver Helm. Pretty damn good stats on it. Finally get, into double digits. So for head defense, it's good. Very good defense against impact strikes too. So you get stunned less in combat if you have that equipped. Then, on returning back from town, there was one conversation with Elena relating to a monster report, because I was finally able to encounter a demon doll. So, if you've been playing the latest demos, and you had trouble getting the demon doll to appear, I recommend try on the 12th floor, because that's where I was able to finally encounter it. Demon doll is... this one. So that you can see the text there has been translated over to English. Next is up to day number 87. There was no conversations in the morning that needed translation. As far as the dungeon goes, there was a couple of different new ones. There was 2 smithing items, so broken earth armor, that is this one, and broken silver armor, which is this one, translated, as well as 2 items of Buffalo Skull Shield. That drops from giant skulls on the 8th floor, I think. I think it's 8th floor or 9th. It's okay stats, but it has 3 slots on it, which actually is pretty good. So if you're looking for a shield that has a decent amount of slots, that's definitely a good one to get. The other item that was translated was Iron Club. Pretty good stats, but not as good as the Granite Club. For the evening, there was 3 conversations translated. One with Elena, the one with Elena related to completion of like an achievement, and 2 with Guido related to the broken silver and earth that I got. There was 3 monsters that were translated as part of it. We have earth armor. That is this one, as you can see. Cobalt Striker. This one. And silver armor. This one. Of note, you'll start encounter those on the 12th. Seek those out when you can, because they drop broken silver, which is probably like some of the best at this point in time materials that you're going to get to make better armor. So definitely recommend it. As far as items go, there was a whole bunch that was unlocked at the blacksmith. So if you come here with some silver and some broken earth, after that you'll have these unlocked. So first we have the earth set. So we've got earth helm, earth greaves, and earth gloves. And then we've got silver helm, which you can find, by the way, in the mystery dungeon, but you can make it too. Silver chainmail, silver fold, silver greaves, and silver gloves. All very good stuff. And that was it for day number 87. As you see, we're already just about through them all. Day number 88. So on this one conversation with Frederick relating to an item that I got. So because on this day, because of the achievement I got, I got the achievement of Dungeon Rider, which is this one here. Right here. So if you have a dungeon rating of 500 or better, you'll get Dungeon Rider. Very good to get. Firstly, you get a letter in the mail. Well, firstly, Elena will thank you for it. Then the next day you'll get a letter in the mail, which I've translated. You get this title, and you also get a iron lock, through which if you talk to Frederick, he'll go and make you a iron treasure room. So that's an improvement on the stone treasure rooms. If you played the other games, you know what to expect. But it's basically just, improved loot so that you can find better items. You can expect in the FAQ that I've been putting together that I'll cover the iron treasure room too as well. Anyway, so there was that. Now, in the ruins, the rest was related to mostly with stuff on new content that I could discover on the 13th floor. So as per usual, I always translate a little bit of the next one as well. So anyway, there was one conversation with Phil and one with Rose, both relating to content on the 13th floor. I'll get on to showing you that in a sec, as well as what to expect on the 12th. It does depend on what you want to make though, because on the 12th there is no quests or anything, so it's totally up to you in what you choose to make. I personally went towards trying to get more monsters unlocked, so, for the to build up the amount of monsters you discovered, and to get more ore and whatever else. But whatever you want to make, it's up to you. But that's what I got. Anyway, so on this day, on the still for day 88, I got broken fire armor. That is this one. Flame crystal. Is that this one? No. This one, flame crystal. That drops from fire elementals. It doesn't drop very much, so I finally got one to drop. Storm ring was the other one. That is an item that drops in the dungeon itself, like in the ruins section. It's okay. It wasn't anything special. But I'll show you the item. Where's storm? This one here. So it mainly has wind and water resistance. It's okay. Okay, now the next bits. So after returning back to town, there was conversations with nearly everyone. So conversation with Claire, Elena, Guido, Sophia, and Vivi were translated. You get a new psychic reading available. That's available at that point in time. So I've got all those translated as well, and yeah, that's about it. A new monster was encountered of flame armor. So flame armor. That's this one. And we finally got some extra stuff unlocked at Guido again. So this was the fire set. So this time around we got the fire ones. So that is here. So we got flame helmet, flame armor, flame fold, flame greaves, and flame gloves, all translated. And you get an extra item that you need to take on the... This is what I'm getting to. So here is an item called Unicorn Magatama. So that's an item you need to take on the ceiling monster. So if you've been playing the previous demos and you've been keeping up with the storyline of the game, it's basically that there's some magical monster being thing that's been defeating all these people and putting them into orbs. And you've been rescuing them for temporary amounts of time from said orbs. But the thing is, you don't want to take him on because, you know, just naturally, because otherwise he might turn you into a, you know, put you in an orb as well. So, but through the Unicorn Magatama, that makes it so he can't touch you. So he can't actually do that ability on you. Also, so the game says anyway. Alright, that takes us into the final day that I've translated. So day number 89. So on this day, it's mainly content related to the 13th floor, but I always do a little bit extra. So, especially since this one took a lot less time than the other ones. So we got one conversation with Elena, one with Frederick. That's relating to the new treasure room. One with Claire, and there's two with Sophia and one with Vivi, relate to new quests that you get. So you get 2 new quests. You'll get quests for, and I've got these in progress at the moment because I haven't went to the dungeon yet. One's for Opal Ring, so you need to get the Opal Ring. So I've got that all translated. And the King Bison Horn, which is this one, which is the other one. We've got new monster research translated as well on drunk goblins. So that is this one. Right, you. My cat always wants to talk to me during the recordings. Anyway, so drunk goblin, and the other one was white orc. That is this one. So white orcs, if you've played the other games, should be common to you. That is an enemy that's in the other ones as well. This game does take a lot from the other ones. And you also get a new building type material that's been translated. That relates to... Let me find it. Whoops, it's right there. Iron Treasure Room, as you see right there. That's been translated. Okay? So that relates to all the content of the game, going through basically what I've translated. Now we'll give you a sneak little preview of what to expect in the game. As usual, if we do get any items that drop that are still in Japanese, I'll translate them after the video is finished, okay? Let's jump straight in. So, it's going to take me to the 13th, but I'll show you the 12th first. As I said, what you choose to make on this place on this level is completely up to you. The game gives you no pointers whatsoever on what to do. I personally did it half fire and half earth to get those armors to appear, so I can start, you know, getting gear for that. But what you get is totally up to you, 100%. So the game doesn't give you any pointers on what you need to do. But let's see what we can get. See if we can get a demon doll to appear. You never know. I can guarantee you we'll definitely take on some of the armor monsters, because I've got this whole floor aligned to the Moon Guardian, so it's definitely... Ooh, shit. Oh, Land Spider. Oh, god damn it, this always happens when I'm recording. So Land Spider is one of the... I haven't got this one translated, by the way, but I've got the initial thing translated. So... Yeah, so this is one of the ones you need to get all your side quests done. Yeah, I can show you off a little mini boss battle. As you can see, archery does a lot of some pretty damn decent damage in this one. He's too fat to get out of the room though. Well, it looks like we got him. Okay, well I was not expecting that. That's the beauty of recording. Always things I don't expect happen. I get items that haven't dropped before drop, and I get enemies that I encounter that I'm not expecting. Anyways, so there you go. You can expect to take on the Lance Monster when you do this level. As you can see, not overly difficult as long as you keep your distance. This game like encourages you to play ranged and send in your orb characters. I find that works wonders on the vast majority of enemies in this game. There's some where you don't need to worry about it and just go melee, but okay. Anyway, here's one of the new enemy types, Earth Armor, that appears in this level. What if I hit you? These ones aren't hard, they just take a long time to die. There you go. So as I said, see, they're not like overly difficult to beat. They just take a while to go down, that's all. This enemy, you will have seen many of by this point in time. This is an enemy that's been appearing since the first level. So it needs no introduction. Okay, Iron Armor, that's a common one already by this point. As you see, your orb characters can totally whoop their ass like very quickly. If they cast the right spell, that is. Here's another new one of the new enemies in this one. So that's the flame armor. Another one that's like a real sponge of like damage. But if you do the right magic spell against them, they go down pretty quick. And as you see, they go down pretty easy. Oh, here's the silver armor. This one's again a bit of a damage sponge. Depends what you cast against it though. As you see, you're going to be if you do place a lot of like the ghost rooms, you're going to be encountering lots and lots of these armor thingies. That's both a good and a bad thing. It's good from a money perspective, you'll get lots of loot, but it just means the level will take a long time to complete, that's all. Or a bit longer than most, anyway. As you can see, their weakness is water, so do any like water magic against them and that should be pretty lethal against them. This is the half where I got the I went all Earth Elemental stuff. Here's a Earth Armor enemy. As you can see, pretty easy to take out. As you can see, the gameplay is extremely similar to the previous dungeon making games, except for the orb character stuff. And the investigation angle that's very key in this one. Other than that, the gameplay looks and plays the same. Combat is a bit different though, since you are going more ranged in this one. Okay, just about done showing you this level, only about 1/4 left to go. And then I'll show you the 13th, where things get very interesting. As you can see, this game is very much playable now. It's not perfect, definitely. You definitely use the, what is it, the variable width fonts and stuff, but like other than that, like you can totally play the game now. And get, like, and understand what's happening. As you can see, the orb characters have some very deadly skills they can use. Oh, by the way, during this one, I think it was during the previous video, you get a particular item, and I definitely recommend keeping it on at all times. Where is the health ring? Do not get rid of this ring. It gives you health regen. Keep it. Always have that equipped, is my strong advice to you. Okay, so that's everything on the 12th. Let's give you a sneak preview of things to expect on the 13th. So, if you do venture to the 13th floor, there's been a little bit that's been translated. Just for the initial entryway to the final, well, the big boss that the game's been hyping up all this time, the one that has the power to seal people away. So he is up here. Okay. Now, everything after this, I haven't translated because I just got as far as getting the item. I'll show you what to expect. So this is going to be in Japanese, probably what we see here. Yep. Ah, it's a Minotaur. Ah, okay. So it really is a Minotaur. Some of the orb characters said the last thing they saw before they got sealed was a Minotaur. So I'll be translating this stuff later as part of the 13th floor content. Let's see how long I last, or if I get my ass kicked. Let's see, where is he? Oh, there. Ooh, she. The dragon does some decent damage on him. Well, I've already got him down to half health.
Get him.
I might beat him. First attempt.
Almost got him. Almost got him. Oh, first attempt. Haha. So that was the main bad guy of the whole game. Defeated first attempt. Now, there probably will be some other baddie after this, but that was the main primary person that you were supposed to take out. So here we go. This is the first time, I think, the ending, the first ending to the game has been shown on YouTube full stop, because no one streamed, like, the whole thing. Meanwhile, it's in Japanese, but that's okay. I always wondered what would happen when you beat this game, so... No idea what they're saying, but I'll find that out later. Oh. So the game keeps going? Okay. Is it like the princess is in another castle? Maybe it's like, oh, maybe that wasn't the main bad guy? Let's see, if I return back to town now... It's probably saying, oh, the world is saved. I'm gonna have my work cut out for me with this one. Oh, they probably got me the next permit. Oh, the game keeps going. I'm not recording right now because I want to like keep it on recording. What happens when you actually beat the main bad dude? So does the game just finish? Okay. It just keeps going. Okay. Alright. Anyway, so as you see there, so there's the main... Firstly, I've shown you all the content that's been translated and a little sneak preview of things to come. The parts that you've seen in Japanese, I will have translated by the end of the next Devblog. Okay? I hope that was interesting to watch. That was definitely awesome for me to finally take on the main bad guy of the whole game, the one they've been talking about for so long. And yeah, I would say that was like... I wouldn't say that was a super challenge, but definitely a moderate challenge. Probably like medium. You know, about medium level. Alright. So anyways, so that does it for Devblog number, I think this is 29. So it's very fitting the next one, 30, will be the one where I cover the content, even though I've shown you a little bit.
of 13 with the final, well, with the battle against the main one the game's been talking about for so long. What I wonder is, what's after this with the story of the game? Like, who are you going after this? That's what I want to know. Cool. Anyways, well, I guess we'll get to discover that together. Alright. So that does it for this devblog. I will see you guys in the next video. Guys, have a good one.